All right, so good afternoon, ladies. How excited are all of us? Farah, you've put Chennai into an unbelievable level of craziness these past couple of days.
But only women have come, no hot men have come. Only Alan is here. Alan, my friends, one and sole man and 500 women. Please stand up. Please stand up and wave out, Alan. I told him it's either a dream come true or a nightmare, whichever you choose.
He seems okay. We'll see at the end of the evening how he looks. Okay, so we're going to quickly, first of all, I want to congratulate you on your YouTube channel, Farah. It's absolutely amazing, guys. 4 lakh plus subscribers. In a time where...
In 1 month.
The internet is ruled by your 20-something Gen Zs. You've really taken this in your stride. And we also in an age of political correctness.
Listen, I had to tell my son to shut up. He kept calling me boomer, boomer. So I was like, I'll start a YouTube channel. It'll do better than your Gen Z.
Absolutely amazing. Can we please give her a big round of applause? We also love the no filter Farah. I think you bring out the best in all of the celebrities that you have on your show, better than any other interviews we've ever seen. So whose idea and concept was the show? And you're having a blast being a host, I think, right?
Oh, so for a long time people have been asking me to do a YouTube show, but I wasn't sure because I'm not one for daily vlogging and all. But then what happened is if you all follow me on Instagram, how many of you all do? What about the rest? Please go out. Leave right away or follow right away. If my 500 followers have not increased by the end of this event. So what happened was I was putting all these, candid reels and food reels, and the food reels were really going blowing up, like 100 million views and all. So when it came to YouTube, I said I love food and I cook a bit, but I wanted to make it, the cooking is incidental.
Yeah, we are all very well acquainted with your house staff in that video.
Yeah. Dilip, imagine, my cook is a viral star now. Next FLO, please invite Dilip over here.
So the other question people often ask is, can she really cook or is she pretending?
I do cook. I've not gone to a cooking school, but I've been cooking since late school, early college.
Okay.
So I have been cooking. My grandmother used to cook and then she became sort of blind, like her eyesight was going, so she would put sugar in the dal and salt in the tea and poor thing. So then I had to cook. So I had to cook every morning and go to college, So I learned from her and so I'm pretty good. There are few things I cook very well and few I can see on YouTube and which is why I was confident enough that I can go in the kitchen. And it's fun to not know things also.
Also true,
Yeah,
yes.
Keep it real. Everyone doesn't come like a professional chef, Everyone has a helper. Or many. I have only one.
Correct. But a vital part of your system.
Of course.
And what was it like opening yourself up to the public? Because a movie is one thing, you hear about the movie later from people, but YouTube, it's right there, the comments are right there. What are all those things people said and how did you react?
I'm enjoying it at the moment. Okay. I read every comment.
Okay.
I like them or not like them or block them according to what they're telling me. But I'm enjoying it and right now I'm enjoying it. We don't know later how it goes.
And what do your kids have to say about your YouTube channel?
My kids are really, actually they were the ones, they saw the first video before it came out and they said fast forward to where Dilip comes. Like he's like really funny and like they were finding him very funny.
Yeah, he is hilarious. It's like he doesn't know what's happening. It's like, oh, this madam.
Correct.
But,
so I have come here basically to talk about Dilip. I thought it was about my journey and my life. Clearly, Paloma only is talking about Dilip.
Please convey my regards later. But coming back, let's talk about you being the ultimate multitasker. Now, we have some fabulous women in the audiences.
I know.
Running businesses, kicking ass, basically being badass boss babes.
And we had Divya, her list of accomplishments, I wanted to leave and go home. I was like, I'm underqualified to be sitting here.
But I think you're one of those people who's shown us that, well, this is possible. You're the master juggler, so it's sort of a two-part question. How do you manage to balance all of it, and where does that sort of constant inspiration and energy come from?
So, see, we all know what it is to multitask, right? As women, we all know we can talk on the phone, watch a TV show, and teach the children homework, all 3, 4 things at one time. Ask a man to do 2 things at one time. It's not going to happen. Like when my husband comes to talk to me, he first says, stop playing the game on your phone and give me fun. I have to give him full concentration. So I'm like, but I can hear what you're saying. How does it matter what I'm doing on my phone? So I think as women, we all pretty much multitask. It comes easily to us as compared to men. So that, and I think that's my personality. I like, and as a director, you're really multitasking.
Yeah,
you know, when you go on a set, from the time you leave your house to the time you hit bed, you're only answering questions. You have to be in charge of everything. You know, it looks like an easy job, but you have to be in charge of, like if this is a set decoration, I have to tell them where to place the flowers, what color the flowers will be, what vase they will be in.
Yeah.
So from the minutest detail right till the actor who's coming and how is he going to act and what's he going to wear and how is he going to look and the cap. So everything you have to do, you get pretty much used to it, and I think as I'm just a control freak in any case. So I like to be in charge. I think it's a alpha personality.
Yeah, I think that's just your personality
Yeah.
type. And what about working with your husband? I mean, that's
No, that
gotta
was a very bad idea. I do not suggest that people should do that. I tell you, so before I got married, I was working with my husband. He was an editor on Main Hoon Na, and we used to hate each other. I could not bear him because he used to tell me the truth. He used to, he used to tell me, this scene is not good, you didn't shoot it nicely, you took out it. That scene was good, this is not. So I was like, who is this person? But as it went, I started respecting his views because he wasn't scared of me and he would tell me the truth. And that's what made me fall in love with him, and that's what makes me want to kill him right now. The same thing, that he tells me the truth every time.
And what about your co-parenting styles? I'm curious about that. With
My co-parenting means we are not separated. We are still parents. we are just parenting.
equal parenting.
We are not co-parenting right now.
What is the equation there?
So coming to why we didn't get along, to work with him was when he became a director and I was a choreographer on set. It was a bad idea.
And how are we allowed to ask how that slowly changed?
Yeah, that slowly changed because I stopped working with him.
That's one solution.
It slowly changed. It changed. It was like either we are going to kill each other and like come back home and fight, or you just do your own thing, I'll do my own thing, and we come back home and we are husband and wife. We are not director and choreographer, and then you're upset because I was showing authority on set, or I'm upset because he shouted at me for. So, that equation was, for us it didn't work out. I don't know it works out for how many of y'all? For anybody?
How many of you work with your spouses? I'm just curious. Show of hands? Okay.
How's it going? You have to go in different cars. That's another thing. Because when I go in the car with Shirish, I'm not allowed to put on the radio. Like, I cannot hear my songs. I cannot gossip with my friends on the phone. I have to just sit in silence or either hear him give me a lecture. True.
Don't worry, there will be a Q&A session, ladies. I know you all want to chat with her directly as well.
But let me tell you, as a dad, he is fantastic. That's the reason we have lasted for 20 years, I think. He's a fabulous father. He's part counselor, he's everything. He does everything. From their braces to where they will go to college and which counselor, everything he does. So I think that really hats off to him.
And managing 3 kids the same age. Can we take a moment and appreciate that as well? How do you manage your children in this generation where you're in the public eye, they're in the public eye, technology is right there? How do you handle all of that?
So my kids are pretty much not like celebrity kids. They are pretty much below normal, I would say. They see a paparazzi and they want to run.
Okay.
You know, they don't have to. How many of y'all have teenagers? Yeah. So I have 3 teenagers at home. We cannot click a picture of them. And if you click a picture, you cannot post it. And if you post it, there's like, delete it right now. There's a drama happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Younger, no, till they were 10, I was making them wear grass skirts and pose and all. Very happily, they were wearing all these costumes and posing. After that, something happens to them. Yeah.
It's like a switch that...
They realize that they are not our property.
And what about the comparison that comes with, multiples? It's got to be hard, right? People are always like pitting them against each other. I have twin brothers, by the way. And people are always comparing them. Does that happen to you?
I'm not comparing them, but they are competing amongst themselves. So I called them once and I said, listen, this is a very low benchmark that you all have set for yourself. Anya is only worried how much Zahar is going to get. Now, Zahar is a very pretty much average student. Diva has picked up her mark sheet, looked at it and said, oh, I think I'll get into filmmaking. So I'm like, do you think we are dumb that because you have got bad marks, you're going to go into filmmaking?
But I do have a question though, Farah, with all that's happened in your early life, you've been very open about how, your childhood was tough. What made you want to get into the movie business? You'd think somebody would say, you run a mile, right?
So I don't know, I think Sharmila, my school friend is here. She knows me since I was in 3rd standard. We've been friends. And she's here. She pretty much sort of knows about my childhood. I don't know how many of you all know, but my dad was a filmmaker and then he lost all his money in one film. Like I say, the movie released on Friday and on Sunday we were poor. And then we were pretty much poor for the next 13,
Guys,
14
she's not
years.
making a joke, by the way. This is a true story. This is what actually happened.
But I got into filmmaking because pretty much that was the love, that was all that I had grown up watching and seeing. And that really, genuinely, I love movies.
Right.
So I didn't know anything else. I didn't know whether I could become a doctor. Anyway, there was no money for anyone to send me to medical school, or like Diva said, when you don't have anything, oh, I'll get into filmmaking. So it happened like that, and because you have a love for something and you do that thing, I think you automatically become better in that because you'll watch, you'll learn.
Yeah.
So I think that's what
So
happened.
that interest was always
and
there.
I don't know, I felt my dad didn't get his due for very long. He literally died unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So I feel that this is my way of, kind of
Proving a point, carrying on his legacy.
This for him. I wish that he had lived to see the good days.
But he's watching.
Yeah, he is.
And was it hard for you, sort of growing up inside the industry, but with this very unique
So
situation
we were not
that
in
happened?
the industry at all. We were very much on the outskirts of the industry. Like my dad died penniless. When he died, he had 30 rupees in his pocket. Sharmila knows, she came for the funeral and literally I was running from pillar to post trying to collect money from my relatives to give him a burial.
Oh, wow.
So we were not part of the industry at all.
But you're...
in the industry is a cruel place. I mean, when you're successful, everybody is there. And when you're not, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, कुत्ता भी phone नहीं उठाता है. So I don't know why the dog is picking up the phone, but...
But you seem to be friends with everybody from the industry. Are
Yeah,
these
but those were
relationships...
not the people that worked with my dad. They were friends that I made in the industry. And it's been pretty long journey. It's been 32 years since I choreographed my first song. And a lot of the friends are now my friends, not because I'm doing well or I'm making a movie or whatever, but just because we love each other and we have a history. But 100% tomorrow, if I'm going to stop doing everything and go off, nobody's going to bother. And that's the case in life, I think. It's not only about film industry. It's in every place and wherever you work. If you're successful, everybody is there. And if you're not...
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah.
You also have fabulous relationships with so many of your peers and people from the industry.
Yes.
You're like a master at maintaining these connections. It's really not easy to do. So how do you manage to do it?
No, I've not maintained all connection, let me tell you. So, but some that we genuinely love, and even if we don't meet, like everyone thinks I don't meet Shah Rukh Khan every day. You know? I don't meet him every day, but we love, and I mean, he's there always. Like Karan, I don't meet every day, only when I have to make a reel and roast him. Then.
And what about the celebrities who you've had on your show? I'm curious, when you call them and say, we want you on the show, do you call them yourself or does somebody from your team call them?
No, I call them myself.
And what do you tell them to get them on the show? Or are they ready to do it?
I'll say that, yeah, I mean, they're cool. But let me tell you, I have to go twice on their shows then.
Oh.
There are no free lunches, literally no free lunches.
Any favorite episodes so far in all the ones you've done?
No, I think we're going to do lots more.
We're excited.
Yeah, so, I mean, most of them, I like when Dilip and me are cooking alone, so.
I'm not saying anything. I didn't bring him up this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be dreaming of him tonight. Thank you.
You're dreaming of Dilip?
I will.
Die.
I will. But coming back to talking about your career, I mean, it's been absolutely fabulous. And I know we keep coming back to the same topic, but it's true. A woman in a sort of a man's world, right? It's got to have been hard. I don't want to bog down the conversation and take it too heavy.
So let me tell you that however much everyone complains, and I really genuinely did not have a hard time because I was a woman. I think it's a way of playing the woman card and saying, oh, I didn't, because if you come on that workplace and you know what you're doing, it may take a day or two or a week, but people will respect you and people will listen to you, and people, if you know your job, people will respect you. So,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So if the woman is saying that I had a tough time because I was a woman, maybe she didn't do her job properly or she didn't know, let me give her benefit of doubt because I have not faced gender discrimination.
Right. But obviously challenges with being new.
Challenges of being new, of being young, much younger than the usual choreographers on the scene. But I think that would have happened with a man also.
Yeah.
Probably.
And what about making that change from being a choreographer to being a director? The first time you had that mantle and you had to do that job, were you scared?
No. I was not scared because I wanted it so badly for so long. So I don't know how many of you all know, but I wanted to always be a director. I never wanted to be a choreographer. Even in my first song, Pehla Nasha, which I did for Jo Jeeta Wohi Sikandar, I was assisting the director of the film, not the dance director.
Okay.
So I really wanted to be a director for very long, but then, destiny takes you many places, and sometimes when you look back in hindsight, you feel, oh, it was good that at that point I never got to make a movie, because 10 years later, I know so much more, my technique is better.
And you got to make all of those amazing songs in the process.
Yes,
that we love,
that too.
Iconic videos as well, so
Yes,
there's that,
so
right?
I got to do all that and pretty much establish myself as a choreographer.
And I'm curious again, did your mom try to dissuade you from getting into the industry?
No, my mom actually dissuaded me when I wanted to get married. At 23, I was like, I want to get married, and she was like, I'll kick you out of the house if you want to get married. You go and do something with your life. So yeah, we have a pretty dysfunctional family that way.
I think that's most of us, so dysfunction is the new normal.
Yeah.
And talking about, again, we want to talk more about your work. We love all of your, the songs you've choreographed, the movies that you made. Are there sort of memorable moments you're very confident now, but have you always been this confident?
Earlier I used to kind of fake the confidence. Yeah, because you can't go on set and there are all these Diggaj people standing, and literally in Jo Jeeta Wohi Sikandar, when I was there, there's a group photo of the entire crew. There are 80 men and 1 me. There's literally no women used to be assistant directors, or women used to not be in technical teams and all that. So much has changed now. So earlier I used to put on an act of bravado and like you say, fake it till you make it. And I think my habit of shouting at people and kind of being abrasive comes from that people should not bully me.
And pay attention as well, right?
People can bully you, especially stars. If they know that you're a little they can, Yeah, they can ye step change karo, ye karo, and
So
also
the technique
has to be
worked
like
well,
nahi
right?
hoega. Huh.
It worked for you.
Yeah, I think in a way it worked, and now this become part of my personality.
And has there been a moment in the past or moments where you've really surprised yourself where you're like, I did not expect it to go like this and it did? I'm just curious.
Like I didn't expect to shout at somebody or...
No, but in your work, you didn't think something would do as well as it did or
Oh,
something
so many times, yeah.
yourself.
Who would know that Pehla Nasha would do so well or, you know, I never expected that Hrithik song to do so well.
Iconic,
I really
right? Yeah.
didn't. I thought it's nice and he's dancing well, but that, I think on my funeral also they'll be doing this and taking me.
No, that'll be Chaya Chaya.
And
That'll be the one.
Chaya Chaya we had high expectations from because
Iconic,
when we
absolutely.
climbed on that train,
we
we
need
were
a round
like,
of applause for Chaya Chaya, guys.
yes. That I knew.
Iconic.
Yeah, that we knew because also it was Mani sir and
the,
you know,
just the aesthetics of the whole
yeah,
song.
but that's a story because we didn't have Malaika like literally 2 days before the shoot.
Okay.
We had approached so many actresses.
Oh, wow,
and
really?
For some reason or the other, again, like we say, destiny. What, you know, what is meant to be will be. So literally 1.5 days before we were going to climb on that train, out of sheer desperation, I've called her. I didn't know if she could dance.
Wow.
You know.
But
I
you're also,
swear, because
you're also
nobody
known
had
for
seen her
making
dance
people
before
dance.
that. Huh?
You're known for making people dance, so people
Yeah,
who are
and
not
one
great
day
dancers become great dancers.
We had 1 day rehearsal.
Wow.
She had never done a lip sync song before.
Wow.
So if you see the beginning of the song where she's singing that in case her mouth is only not opening. So I was like, open your mouth. We are like, we are screwed. But then as it went on, she just looked gorgeous and and I never thought she looked like an Indian because she had a very Western
look, yeah.
look before that.
And are there other crazy moments that come to mind? I'm sure the audience would love to hear some of the bloopers from behind the scenes, big ones over the years that you can tell us about.
There are lots, not in Chaya Chaya was actually one of the easiest songs I've done. Everyone asked me, did you take any, you know, safety precautions? And I was like, yeah, I just took extra dancers and went on set. You know, just in case. That was the only precaution we took. Luckily, we didn't need to use them. Everyone stayed on top.
Okay, so coming back to somebody in your position, is there someone that you go to for advice? Because it's hard, right? When you've been there, you've done that. Who's the one that tells you, I don't think it's a good idea?
Earlier, I used to, before I got married, I used to take a lot of advice from Shah Rukh. Also because I was regularly working with him. So we used to be on set together and so a lot of love life advice and he's very good at, he loves giving advice and all. And after that, no, I think Shirish anyway gives us a lot of unwarranted advice. Every day. Once we were at a holiday in Maldives and I came out, my daughters were hiding behind a tree. So I said, what are you all doing, playing a game? They said, no, we are hiding from Dada because he'll come again and give us a lecture. So they were waiting for him to pass by and then they came out.
So does that mean that you're the fun parent or do you also?
I am the fun parent, yes, I am.
I thought you'd be the strict one
No,
actually.
I am also strict. It's good to be both. I think you can't just be one type of parent. I'm strict when I have to be. But I'm fun and I want my kids to be able to sit with me and chat about it, chat about their friends and, you know, so we have this, and they now usually do it when I'm somehow in the bathroom. I don't know why.
That's because answers come quick.
Yeah.
You'll do anything to get them away from there, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they ask
now
questions.
we have my doggy also, so all 4 kids
waiting outside the door.
Yeah. No.
Oh, inside. Oh, great. That's another level of closeness.
Doggy is inside the door.
Oh, the kids are outside.
Thank
you for clarifying.
My doggy is in my bed also now. Shirish has been thrown out.
I mean, that I think with a lot of people is the case.
Yeah, I think. He's now sharing the room with my son who came yesterday and told me I really need my own room now. I'm 16, I can't be sleeping with my dad.
How does he take being mentioned at all these interviews? He finds it funny?
He doesn't watch, so he doesn't watch.
So he doesn't know. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. But talking about your Instagram, I think you'll have 500 new followers, or most of them are following.
Just check, Sharmila, if any has gone on.
Watch those numbers. Some people talk about how, oh, it's so frustrating, we have to do our work and then we have to make reels and, we have to keep replying to comments, but you seem to again have
No, but the thing is, I
really
don't
taken
do it
to it.
unless I want to. Why should it be another pressure on you? Because see, social media is a beast.
And I think 4.5 million followers on Instagram or something like that, right? So
Yes,
pretty
4.5 million plus 500, I'm hoping by tomorrow. So social media is a beast.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be under pressure that I have to constantly feed the beast. So I will do it when I want to. Like even the YouTube, I bank 10, 12 and come. So then I need a 10-day gap. I don't have to do it every day.
Yeah, because mentally
it should
it's
never
exhausting.
become stressful.
Yeah.
It should be something that you enjoy doing.
Is there something do you have like a little ritual or an activity that gets you charged up when your creativity is a little low, or is the creativity always sort of cooking in the background?
No, to take a break, I watch. So everyone asks me like, what do you like doing? I like making movies. And what do you do in your rest time? I watch movies. So that is really my hobby and my passion. I'll watch all sorts of shows, movies,
And
whatever.
recharge the battery, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what I like doing.
And now, if you look at Gen Z or the youngsters,
Yeah.
they love putting you up on the pedestal. So now you're that woman that they're looking up to that has done all this and achieved all this. Do you have people sort of coming to you to mentor them, or are you somebody that likes to mentor young people?
No, not even my kids are listening to me nowadays, I want to tell you. But that's true. I think the kids never listen to their own parents.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
They listen to advice from
Yeah,
anybody
they will
else.
go to their idiotic friends and take advice from them. But they will not, obviously, they will not listen. No, but like in the crew, there will be a lot of people and all that. And I give them very practical advice. I don't want to fill their head with nonsense.
And
So I want to tell them that I will tell you the blunt truth, you may not like it.
yeah, but I think that's what people sort of come to you for, right? Not
No,
to have
they
things
come because,
sugar-coated.
people come because they want to hear what they want to hear. Yeah. All people take advice, they're hoping that you will tell them what you want to hear, and that's not something I always do.
Okay, so you give them the hard truth.
Because that saves a lot of time.
True.
It'll save them years of their life.
She's right,
You
yeah.
know? Suddenly some weird people will come and say, I want to be a heroine and I'm like, don't. You can be one.
Oh, thank you. She said it. That's very sweet, thank you. And how many people
Shall I
have you
put
said?
a project together with you and Dilip?
I think that's the line of the evening. That's the takeaway from this evening.
Say, come on.
And again, bringing it back to what I was asking you, how many people have you had to say no to for something like this? So tell them it's a bad idea.
Lots of people from the industry will send their kids to
okay.
us. That is my daughter or my
This is my
son.
dream
and
for her.
At least meet them once. And obviously you will meet them. Of course, everyone says this nepotism. It's not. When you have a business, won't you call somebody else and say, my child wants to get into this business, can you not help? Can at least meet them. So you do meet them out of respect and whatever, because that person has been there for so long. And if my kids were to go somewhere, I would want that person to
Take
be
care of
nice to
them
them
or, yeah.
too. So I do meet and all, but I don't mollycoddle them.
Yeah.
I think as a mentor, I'm not a mentor, but if you're asking me for advice, then you should be prepared to hear the truth.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And what about now you moving away from doing the creative roles, not moving away, but let's say adding to being an entrepreneur, right? When it's money that's being invested, you're producing things. Is that more stressful than doing the creative stuff?
I want to tell you that with due respect to all these women who are entrepreneurs, truly
It's hard.
entrepreneurs,
It's so hard.
I am not one.
Okay.
I don't do half the work that you all put in. So producing and everything is, I lend my name to it, but
Okay.
Shirish does most of the work.
Okay, so
Okay.
scared of numbers? Or you find
I
it
am not a
stressful?
good producer.
Okay.
I don't find it interesting. I'm a director, I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
So I like to blow up money, not save it. So,
And he's saying, no, we don't have the
yeah,
budget for
he's
this.
like, save it.
Yeah, you need both, right? We need somebody to keep you on track.
The opposite happens when I'm making a movie for Shah Rukh. He's like, blow it up, and I'm like, no, save it. Yeah, because he's like wanting to do everything 100 times bigger.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, like if I'll say I need a crane shot, He'll get me a helicopter. Yeah, he's literally like, don't think small, baby. Do big, big. That's why all my movies with him look that big.
Yeah.
And my
But
movie
we love
which we
it.
produce with Shirish look like Tismar Khan. So,
So what is it that makes you take up a project? Has that changed over the years? What interests you in taking up something?
yeah, so I'm become, I think, over the years, very, very fussy.
Picky, okay.
Fussy, because I like my life. I don't want stress.
Okay.
And I like being at home with my dog and my kids. And I don't want, so unless it's so exciting and I've written it and I want to do it, I don't want to go out there because making a movie will take at least minimum 1 year of your life.
So people must keep hounding you with stuff, right?
Yes.
Like, do they keep bringing stuff to you
They
and
do,
tempting
they
you?
do,
Have
they
you
do,
been tempted?
They do. Maybe once or twice.
Okay, so
Maybe
it has to
once
be
or
really,
twice.
really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
and what you're looking for.
Yes.
Is there some exciting project that you wanted to work on?
I've finished now. When we'll see once it's going to be cast and
Oh,
when
wow.
will it be shot and all, it's all up in the air. Everyone knows what is happening in Bollywood right now.
What is happening?
Exactly like this. It's a, it's a bloodbath.
So you're going to tell us nothing?
No, I can't.
Okay.
But we can open the questions to people.
Okay,
they
super.
want to.
We're going to do a couple of quick takes and then we're going to open it up to the
Okay.
crowd. I don't want to call it a rapid fire because that's just
But
boring.
everyone calls it rapid fire only.
But we'll do this quickly or
Okay.
however you would like to do it.
Okay.
Long or short answers,
Okay.
anything is fine. Okay, best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Best piece of advice that I've ever been given or that I give.
Given.
So I think my mother gave me the best piece of advice. She said, do not get married till you're financially secure.
Good advice.
Independent. Till you're financially independent.
Most nervous you've ever been? When was this?
Most nervous?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not nervous, yeah.
Wow. Okay, accepted.
I think when I was going in for my delivery. Probably because they just refused to tell me the sexes of the children. They just would not tell me. So I think that time I got a little bit of a panic attack.
Okay, fair enough.
You know,
Your favorite excuse when you don't want to do something?
I'm out of town.
And then you bump into them somewhere.
No, then so I'll give you all a tip. When I'll come to Chennai, I'll click some pictures and like that. And then I'm at home, but I'll post it that day. Hey, Chennai.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Shoot some going in the car and all, shoot some videos. Yeah, come to Chennai, come to Hyderabad.
Okay. Question you hate being asked?
Question I hate being asked, when will your next movie start?
I don't blame people though.
It's a very irritating question. It'll start when it starts.
So now you guys know. Okay.
Yeah.
Weirdest compliment you've ever received?
Weirdest compliment.
Yeah.
Weirdest.
Yeah, something funny, strange, cute, weird.
Shit, no one's paid me a compliment for very long. Except women.
Okay, we'll move on. You think on it. If it comes, you tell me
Everything,
later
huh.
then. Okay, Gen Z celebrity you admire? For any reason. Can be anybody. Wow.
So, no, Gen Z, under what age are they?
What,
Gen Z is
25 and
under
under?
25,
Yeah,
no?
25 and under.
So, there are a lot of people doing some good work.
Don't overthink. The first name that comes to mind.
Bhuvan Bam,
Okay.
but I think he's over 25.
We'll accept.
Yeah.
Funniest thing your kids have said about your work?
About my work, I don't know, but my son keeps acting very smart with me. So once I was telling him, I used to go to college by train and all. So he looked at me and said, oh, trains were invented when you went to college.
Oh. And Farah's favorite step on the dance floor? Maybe just show us your hand
Oh,
movements.
on my dance floor is that Mundi Badnaam Hui, that one. Yeah, we'll do. I knew that
Yeah,
was
we'll
coming.
definitely be doing that at the end. But you know what? We're going to open the... I think
We'll do at the end.
We have about what? We look at Divya. We have some time, okay?